ما شاء الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
وعليكم السلام.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور انفسنا ومن سيئات اعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له ونشهد ان لا اله الا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد ان محمدا عبده ورسوله ارسل بالحق بشيرا ونذيرا بين يدي الساعه من يطع الله ورسوله فقد رشد ومن يعص ما فانه لا يضر الا نفسه ولا يضر الله شيئا وقد قال الله تعالى في القرآن المجيد والفرقان الحميد بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين صدق الله العظيم. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I begin in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who is the most kind and the most compassionate. We praise Him, we glorify Him, and we thank Him for all His blessings and all His bounties. Thereafter, we send our salutations upon our beloved Prophet Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And last but not least, we bear this fact in mind that one day soon we will all stand in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to answer for our actions. We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make all of our actions noble and decent, so that we can be admitted into Jannah al-Firdaus, and we pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to save us from all of the hardships of the hereafter. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. My beloved brothers, beloved sisters, beloved children, recited a few verses to you from the Quran, from which you are all very well aware, is Surah Fatiha, the last part of Surah Fatiha, the most important surah inside the Quran, the surah without it the prayer will not be accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam taught us, La salata illa bi fatihatil kitab, that the prayer will not be accepted unless Surah Fatiha is recited with it. In this surah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about His praise, His glory. Then He talks about what we should be asking for, and then He tells us what we should be refraining from. The verses that I recited to you, Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim, O Allah, guide us towards the right path. Sirat al-mustaqim, mustaqim means moderate, middle path. Meaning, do not make us too extreme, do not make us too lax. Keep us always on the middle path, the straight path, the right path, the true path. Sirat al-ladhina an'amta alayhim, the path of those whom you have blessed. Now, when one asks, who are the people who are blessed? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala explains inside the Quran, the people who are blessed are the Anbiya, the prophets, the Ulama, the scholars, the Shuhada, the martyrs, was-Salihin, and the pious. So these are the four categories of people that have been emphatically blessed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now we can fall into three of these four categories. The first, prophets, none else can be. Although in saying that, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has said that La Nabiyya Ba'di, that there is no prophet after me, but as I leave you, I will make you, every single one from amongst the ummah of Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, I make you my proxy, I make you my representative, I make you my ambassador. Meaning in the same way that I have, thanks to Allah, disseminated the deen throughout the world, you will go forward as my ummah and you will do the same until the day of judgment. When you look inside the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, you have the Makkan surahs and you have the Madaniyan surahs. The Makkan surahs are those surahs that are to do with the Tawheed, the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which are to do with the Risala, to do with the lives of the prophets, and which are to do with the Akhirah, the events leading up to the Day of Judgment, the Day of Judgment itself, and then the final and ultimate destination, which is Jannah al-Firdaus, or which is Azab al-Nar, the fire of Jahannam. When you look at the Madaniyan surahs, in the Madaniyan surahs, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam explains to us, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala dictates the rules and regulations by which we need to obey and comply by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's command. In the Madaniyan surahs, you will find Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about prayer. He talks about fast. He talks about giving charity. He talks about praying for Hajj. All of these things that we are very well accustomed to. But in those same Madaniyan surahs, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about the importance and the obligation that we as all Muslims have to impart good and refrain evil. Be good ourselves, impart this goodness to others. Refrain from evil ourselves and abstain others from committing evil. This is just the same rule, the same obligation as praying, as fasting, as all of the other everyday rules that you and I are aware of. Now this one is less commonly known and therefore a lot of the time it's bypassed. So we as Muslims, we are all representatives. Yes, we are the ambassadors, we are the Khalifa as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala calls us. We are the ambassadors of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on this earth. We are the representatives of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam on this earth, and we are the soldiers of Islam on this earth. This is our duty. This is our responsibility as Muslims, each and every single one of us. So I was talking about Ihdina as-Sirat al-Mustaqim, Sirat al-Ladhina an'amta alayhim. So we cannot be prophets in the actual sense, but we are very close. Ulama, we can become scholars if we take that academic path. Martyrs, we can be martyrs if we are ready to sacrifice our health, our wealth, our lives for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Salihin, we can most definitely be, and we already all are, I would like to hope and think, whereby we are always trying to better ourselves and be more righteous and be more virtuous and attain more reward and merit day by day by day by seeking the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah, protect us from those, meaning those people who have earned your anger, and those people who are fallen into temptation and through temptation have gone astray. So these are the people that we have to be very, very aware of and make sure that we do not fall into those two categories. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will always protect us. So my brothers and my sisters, what I'm trying to allude to today is Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim. Guide us, guide us, guidance. One of the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Al-Hadi. Yes? The guider. He guides. And we, as His creation, constantly are in need of His guidance. Something that we need to understand and appreciate, and I was saying this previously in the week as well, that guidance is a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which exclusively comes down to the individual. It has got nothing to do with family lineage. It has got nothing to do with one's company. It has got nothing to do with one's social circle. It is exclusively for the individual. I was talking about the Makkah surahs, and one of the rulings of the Makkah surahs is the Risala. Yes? Stories of the lives of the prophets. And when we look into the lives of the prophets and their families, we see over and over and over again about their lives and how they were guided or how they were not guided. We look at the story of Adam alayhi salatu wasalam, the first prophet of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He was guided by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, first and foremost. He had two sons, Habil and Qabil, Abel and Cain. They were his sons, yes, biological sons. But look at them. One was immensely pious, and one was immensely immoral and corrupt, to the extent that Qabil, at the end of the day, was ready, and he did ultimately murder his own brother Habil. Think about this story. Cain murdered Abel. Would you expect this from the sons of a prophet? We look at the story of Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam. Yes? Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam preached to his people for 950 years. And ultimately, when the punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was about to come, he told everyone, his own family, his friends, everyone to come onto the ark that he had built. And after 950 years, 80 or so people, only 80 or so people had accepted the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Think about this. 950 years of non-stop da'wah, preaching about the beauty, the majesty, the magnificence of Allah, and only 80, 83, 84 people accepted. One of the people that did not accept, again, was his son. His son, as the flood was coming, he said, "Oh, Dad, I'm climbing to the top of the highest mountain, and I'll just stay there. The water won't reach there, and even if it does, don't worry, I'm a good swimmer, I'll swim away." What did his father say to him? Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam said to his son, he said, "Oh, my son, don't be foolish. This water that is going to come is going to destroy everything everywhere. You being on top of that mountain isn't going to save you, and you being an Olympic swimmer isn't going to save you either. Get on this ark." But did he obey? No. He disbelieved in Allah, he disobeyed his father, and he stayed on the mountain. Ultimately, what happened? He drowned. Would you expect this from the son of a prophet? We look at the story of Lut alayhi salatu wasalam, yes, who was in the area of Sodom and Gomorrah. And his own wife, she sided and she supported the evil people of that time. He said, "Let's get out of this city. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is sending his punishment down. Let's get out of here." She said, No, I'll stay here. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. You go. I'm good." Ultimately, she was destroyed with the people. Would you expect this from the wife of a prophet? We look at the story of Yaqub alayhi salatu wasalam, whose son was Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam, Jacob and Joseph, respectively. Joseph had a whole bunch of brothers, didn't he? There were 12 of them all together. And what did his bigger brothers want to do? They wanted to kill him. Ultimately, what did they decide? They decided we'll chuck him down the bottom of the well, and he'll drown or he'll live, whatever, we'll just leave him there. So the elder sons were ready to kill the younger sons. Would you expect this from the sons of a prophet? Can you see where I'm going? Guidance is exclusively for the individual. Just because one person is guided, we shouldn't automatically assume that, yes, well, he's guided, so his wife will be guided, his mother will be guided, his sister will be guided, son will be guided, daughter will be guided. It doesn't work that way. On the flip side of that, we look at the stories, other stories that are inside the Quran concerning the prophets. We look at Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam. Yes, we look at his father, Azar, whom we're all aware of. He was not only an idol worshipper, he was the main person who used to carve idols out of wood and stone and used to sell them in the market. So he was the leading merchant of idol sellers, if you will. And yet from his house came Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam. Yes, the father of the modern day prophets, of all the monotheistic faiths that we have today. Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam. We look at Fir'aun. Yes, he said, Ana Rabbukumul A'la, that I am the Lord, the highest Lord, the biggest Lord. Who is there above me? Anyone that used to dispute or challenge his authority would chop their heads off. Yes, but from his house, his adopted son, Musa alayhi salatu wasalam, one of the biggest prophets that we know. You see? Again, from Fir'aun, we look at his wife, Asya, who became a Muslim, who was a Muslim, and she is one of the leading ladies of Jannah. When Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was asked, who are the best women of Jannah, what did he say? He said, Asya, wife of Fir'aun. He said, Maryam, mother of Isa alayhi salatu wasalam. Yes. And he said, Khadija, wife of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And he said, Fatima, daughter of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. These are Sayyidat Nisa'i Ahli Jannah. These are the ladies who will be the leaders of all of the women in Jannah. You see? So, my dear brothers, my dear sisters, I hope you understand from this. And there are many other stories besides, but we're almost out of time. We look inside the Quran, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is showing us clearly that guidance is a gift that we must always ask for. We do not assume, we should not speculate and assume and think that yes, we get it. Everyone assumes my family's religious, so I'll be religious as well. It does not work this way. In the same way that if he's a doctor, if his son doesn't go through the training of doctor, he doesn't be a doctor. Whereas an imam, the child doesn't go through the training of imam, he doesn't automatically become an imam, exactly like this. And if we do not constantly ask for guidance, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not bless us with this guidance. The guidance is the biggest and most gifted, most precious gift. This is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about it in this surah. This surah that without it, our prayer is not accepted. So my dear brothers, my dear sisters, we constantly ask for guidance. We constantly ask for guidance. This is the biggest gift that we have at our disposal. With this guidance, through the barakah, through the blessings of this guidance, inshallah, Aziz, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will grant us every success in this world, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will grant us every salvation in the next world. Through this barakah, through this blessing of guidance, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bless us Jannatul Firdaus and will save us from Jahannam. My dear brothers, my dear sisters, once we have this guidance, the next step is to do the good actions, and in order to do the good actions, we need to have adequate knowledge. So we have the Quran, we have the Sunnah by which to gain the knowledge, and inshallah, inna alladhina amanu wa amilu salihat, we believe and we do our good actions according to the knowledge that we have. Inshallah, as long as we carry on in this way, in this beautiful month of Rajab. Rajab is very fast leaving us, then Shaban, then Ramadan, so we want to up our game in preparation for the month of Ramadan, as I say, week in, week out. Inshallah, Aziz, let us read more of the Quran, let us do more salah, let us do more dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let us get closer, day by day by day, let us get closer and closer and closer to the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so that we can be granted that eternal bliss in this dunya and also in the akhirah. آمين يا رب العالمين وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين وبقول هذا استغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا الأنبياء والمرسلين نحن لا نعلم شيئا سبحان الله وبحمده سبحان الله العظيم سبحان الله العظيم وبحمده ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على محمد عبدك ورسولك وصل على المؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات إنك سميع مجيب الخير والدعوات اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. ربنا اغفر لنا ولوالدينا وارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أخطأنا. ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا. ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. عباد الله رحمكم الله إن الله يحب الإحسان والقربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. اذكروني أذكركم واشكروا لي ولا تكفرون. استقيموا واعتدلوا. Brothers and sisters, please stand up for praise. If you want to speak, if you want to contribution, we have valuable stakeholders. If you have no please do so. We have our brothers and sisters who are expecting donations. As always, please donate generously to the masjid. While you're doing that, inshallah, alhamdulillah, inshallah, Uncle Usman to make the Jumu'ah announcements. Over to you, Uncle Usman.
Brothers and sisters, first of all, we'd like to apologize to brothers in the number 2 mosque for the TV not working. We've made several appeals over the past couple of weeks that we have to repair or replace the PA system and the CCTV. So this is the symptoms of it. Temperamental, it is, and it's not working at the moment. So brothers and sisters, please give us generously because it's cost something in the region of 30,000 to replace it completely. But we're trying our best to see how we can reduce the cost. To those who have given, thank you. And those who would like to give, please come forward. We need your donations desperately so we can replace the unit as soon as possible. I would like to thank, the Hafiz for offering for our Imam that has been away. The 2 Hafiz is Masu and the Hafiz Yunus. They are thankfully and selflessly helping us here while our Imam is away. Last Friday, the Sunday his performance was successful and everybody was happy with it, and we had a lot of good feedback from that. We had over 250 attendees. So we'd like to thank this brother, Sunday. Again, we have to remind them of parking. Parking outside the mosque is an issue, and please be considerate when parking. And there was a car that parked outside the gate for a few days and it didn't move. It was cleared this morning because we were intending to get a police to remove it. So be considerate with the parking. So brothers and sisters, please support our calendars. It's £3 each, and we have some sale items outside. Thank you. Over to you.
Sisters, just to remember all of our young ones who are here. We have Jason Sagan, 2 years old, going through chemotherapy because he has cancer. Only 2 years old. Please make special dua for him. Your sister, Lavina Chaudhry, 7 years old. She's got an infection. She's also in hospital. We may dua for her. And protect all of our young ones. We have Sister Amina, also very good. Sister Salma and Sister Aisha, very unwell as well. And Brother Hassan Mahaf, who used to be in Maria, previously is also unwell. Please make dua for all of them.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين. الله. سمع الله لمن حمده ربنا ولك الله. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله. سمع الله لمن حمده ربنا ولك الله. الله أكبر. الله. الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. Brothers and my sisters, please do open both your hands with me before the prayer. Anyone feeling a trust in the sisters also, anyone is asked after the meeting days for this one sooner, 13, 14, and 15 tomorrow, and Saturday, Sunday, and Monday are those 3 days for month, so anyone wishes to fast, they may fast and should not, and they may fast. Please do fast if you can tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday, you know things for the young week.
Brothers and sisters, don't forget we are making a special appeal for the CCTV system. Please, brothers and sisters, special appeal.